Alright guys, welcome back to Project GoodSpeed. I'm Jay, and this is little hatchback here, and currently we are in the process of restoring the interior for the Civic, and I've been trying to do a few modifications while I'm doing that. So far, I've managed to do the roof upholstery. I've managed to get that taken care of. Window tinting has been removed. Carpet has been found, finally. Door panels have been located. Of course, that's going to require a few electrical mods, which will be later on. But today, I'm going to be focusing on an interior light. I have had this in the back of my mind because I really wanted to add a map light on the little Civic here. As you guys can see, there is a circuit for the map light in the center, but doesn't really do much for the driver because head will be here, everything will be blocked, and I need a light source right there, like modern cars do nowadays. Now, the easiest solution would be to use this add a fuse, which basically just lets you tap into a circuit. You install a fuse for whatever power source you're trying to power, and you go ahead and just route this into your car, and problem solved. The only thing you need to do is, find a circuit that is not super important in case you mess things up, and that's what I did. I tapped into the interior light circuit because I only had the one dome light, and I tapped in to install a cargo light because this little hatchback never actually had it installed. This is like a special feature that you needed to pay extra for. I think the SI models had it, but my DX doesn't. I don't know if you guys can see. It has three features. It's either off, on, or in the middle, which lets it turn on whenever the cargo door is opened. That would be the easiest solution, but unfortunately, it doesn't look all that great. And if you think about it, this tiny little LED would have its own 7.5 amp fuse, and there's no way this is even pulling 1 amp, so kind of wasteful. Which led me to option number 2, and that is to tap into the existing wire harness. Of course, for that I'd need a bunch of OEM cables and a lot of depinning and repinning, and it is definitely doable, I gotta admit. It's a lot easier once you get the hang of it. But this white and red cable here is the source of the power to the trunk light. So all I would need to do is locate a white and red cable on other Civics and just make my own. Which is exactly what I did in the little Civic a few days ago. I actually installed it. Done. As you guys can see here, I've already installed it. Like I said, it is pretty straightforward once you find out how to depin cables. So this white and red cable here and green cable is the signal cable, and it's tapped in right at the harness right over there. Right there, you see the green cable is tapped in, and then the white and red is actually installed at the bottom right of that clip. Then all I had to do is pretty much just feed that white and red cable all the way down here and install it there. Now, as you guys can see here, there's a giant rat's nest of cables here, and that's my fault. I took this time to organize my cables. All of these are junk. They are all speaker cables, which I will be taking care of. And I don't have OEM speaker cables. I had to install my own because some genius decided to make a giant mess out of my sound system. And what I'm going to be doing here is basically just finishing up the install process of the power, which is this white and red cable here. Junkyards are really helpful for finding all this stuff. Really, all you need to do is just depin all these clips and wires and harnesses, and it doesn't need to be exact color references, I guess, as long as you know, but I wanted to keep it OEM as possible. So, because I'm going to be tapping into the existing circuit of the interior lights. So it should be a whole lot easier to just get this over with instead of trying to find a Civic that has that proper harness. Now that I have the proper wire harness installed into the Civic, all I have to do is just use this other white and red cable that I also picked up, which only has a female end, but I don't really need it because I'm going to use this to just splice it in together. And I know it's a lot of splicing, but those junkyards really don't have any of those harnesses left on the Civics. Everybody just chopped them off. So I have to make do with what I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just strip this end here, and I'm going to just splice it into the harness that's already wired into the Civic. These will go together. And on this end, I'm going to use a wire tap to tap into the existing interior light circuit, which, if you don't know, is right here. This dome light leads right through here, all the way through there, and down here to the bottom. It's this gray clip with a green and white cable that just pretty much splices into the main harness, really. There it is. You see that green cable with that white and red? Somebody already tried to tap into it, and that's the clip that I need to tap into, but on the white and red. Yep, I've disconnected the clip. I have tapped into the white and red, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. Working on this Civic, electrical wise, is not easy. I'm doing this blind. I can't see nothing. I'm not even gonna try to go in there because it's just not gonna happen. Come on, click for me. Ah, you whore. There we go. Oh man. On to the next light. And as for this gigantic rat's nest of cables, I had ideally wanted to, you know, feed these out of the loom, but that's gonna have to wait. I don't want to look at them anymore. I'm gonna cut them. That's trash. This is trash. Now, this particular option, I wasn't too worried about drawing too much power because, like I said, the SIs came wired for this. They just didn't have this on the other Civics. So it's actually meant to handle a cargo light. It just didn't come installed. So tapping into that circuit isn't gonna draw any more power than it was designed for. And these are LEDs and not incandescent bulbs, which draw more power. These actually draw less. My, you know, electrical knowledge from the internet is accurate. So now that's all well and good for stuff that was designed, but just not added as a car option, right? However, the map light is not something that was included in these Civics, so I have to make my own. And that's where this dome light wire harness comes into play. I actually had to make this particular little Integra concoction from using Integra parts and also CRV parts. So I'm hoping this works. And as you guys can see, I've already spliced these cable here because this is just what is going to attach onto this end here. And on this end, I'm also going to be splicing onto the existing dome light harness. However, not underneath the dashboard. This is just going to be spliced right on the hood or roof. And obviously this is going to require some customizing because the headliner that I have replaced for my Civic will actually need to be cut. I'll have to make a hole big enough for this light to fit and actually mount. And thankfully, I managed to do that yesterday. Just gotta be really careful with this headliner. I've already reupholstered it. I don't want to ruin it, so we're gonna go ahead and peel this painstakingly slow. And I don't want to slice through because I want to be able to fold and glue the fabric onto this part of the headliner, you know? Not perfect, but also not as bad as I thought. There's a crack there, but overall, I'll take it. Look at that. Just look at that. Man, it's a little crooked. Yeah, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. So not much work will need to be done to the actual physical body. Only a hole needs to be cut in the headliner. And the other thing that I will need to do is I will need to drill some holes right here because that's how it will mount to the, you know, the roof and keep it from flopping around. Now for the map light, which will hang right about here, I've already test fitted it into my headliner and it does fit without having to cut holes. Here we are test fitting it in, and I thought, that's just dirt, don't mind that. I thought I had to cut a hole right there because like this one is already built in and cut into the frame, but that one over there obviously doesn't. So, however, it looks like it might still fit. Look at that. Boom. Like it belongs there. All right. However, mounting it might be a little challenging actually. But let's go ahead and wire the cable in first. And I'm going to feed it through here, right inside. And it should be able to come right out of here. But to help it along, we're going to go ahead and use this piece of wire to feed it through. All that's left to do is just tap into these right here. And just like that, it has been wired. And I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description, but all we need now is another bulb, another LED bulb. So we need 2 bulbs and 2 festoons. Now there's multiple different types of LEDs out there. You see these? these didn't quite fit for, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was for the map light. It didn't quite fit lengthwise, and I couldn't figure out whether it was 30 mils, 31 mils, 32, whatever. But these are adjustable. Now for this one, however, this is a different design. These clamp on, which might be a little challenging to get them to stay. Oh no, it worked. Let's go ahead and install these. So, oh, wrong one. Now, I'm not gonna close the lid because this particular lid is incredibly difficult to remove without scratching this. And I just painted this, so I'm gonna go ahead and just mock it up and clip it on to see if it turns on. Moment of truth. I've plugged it in. All right, that's a good sign. Let's turn this on. Boom. Damn, I am good. Real quick before I drain the battery, because it's not on. And oh, this bulb must be out. I had an issue with this one before. All right, so I've replaced the bulb, and it looks like it's not it. I think it's probably one of the connections on my wire harness over here, or the clip on this side is just not closing properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that. I'm gonna make sure I actually have continuity. And as we can see here, yep. So my connection on here is good, but it looks like probably something to do with the wiring. So I found out that my connection was a little loose, and that wire tap that I used wasn't actually piercing through the wire. So let's go ahead and try it again, and hopefully it turns on. Okay. So now, damn it. Okay. I don't know what's going on. That reminded me to actually check this connection too. And look at this. This is what happens when you use these wire tabs. Not very efficient because they're not even piercing. It just squeezed it. All right, let's try again before I have to resort back to this. I really don't want to use this. Let's see. Boom. Ha. Ha. Got it. Always check your taps, man. Always check them. See? Damn, I'm good. All right. That's it. Okay. We are done. I have officially added a third interior light with double LED. So I've got a grand total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 LEDs here. They're all the same size and they're all the same wattage and amperage, and they are all, let's see, 3 watts. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3, 12 watts. Each of them has 0.24 amps, so I'm drawing basically just 1 amp. Like I said, right now the Civic is only wired for a dome light, which is designed to draw at most 10 watts, about half an amp. And I think for, you know, my own personal use, I think that should be fine. I'll post any updates in the description down below in case I blow a fuse or in case I set my car on fire. That will also be down there. And that's gonna be it. I also have the video from last week, I think, about how I made this specific custom Integra light, which is, like I said, using parts from a CRV, and it is, you know, painted black because I'm going for the all black look on a little hatchback here. Of course, there is going to be an issue about how I'm mounting this. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Let's take a look. So the thing is, it's gonna mount up just like this. Fits perfectly right in there. And once I push it in all the way, it'll actually lock into those little grooves there on each side, and it should keep it from falling out. However, I would like to fasten it down using these holes. So I'm gonna see inside the Civic. Now, unfortunately, this is gonna be a problem. You see the 2 slits there? They pretty much line up right where the holes are. So there's not gonna be much in the way of fastening this down. However, I do have some options, but I will address that on my own time later on. Now, because of my headliner actually has like an indentation, so it won't actually make contact with the frame here. I actually test fitted it yesterday and found out that this light actually does fit in without me having to do anything. However, I would like to mount it, you know, securely to the frame somehow. I had initially thought I had to cut a hole, but it looks like there's a significant gap in between here. Look at that. That's at least 3 inches. That little piece right there, right here, pretty much prevents the backside from actually touching the ceiling. You guys can see there, it doesn't really stick too much out. So once I push it through, that side already pushed all the way in. See, flush. And even that, it's not even clearing the sun visor rest. So I think we should be fine. Worst case scenario, I'll just leave it as that and I won't drill any holes in my car. But that is why the CRV clips come in handy. If I had the Integra ones, I would have to fasten this down to the frame in order to ground it. And I don't want to do that. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna have 3 full interior lights in the little Civic. And with all these 3 lights, it's gonna look a whole lot cleaner. Just nicer, I guess, really. I had hoped to actually do this with the interior fully installed so that I get a nice shot of the interior lights turning on and off, but it didn't work out that way. So that's it, guys. Showed you guys how to wire 3 lights. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Till next time, take care and good speed.